Alright, I'm back at her, guys. Just got back to the shop today. Well, today's the big day. I'm gonna start cutting out this front cross member of the 67 here. It's gonna be a lot of work. Lots of guys I've watched do this say that this is a real headache. This is like the worst part of the job, trying to get this all out of here. There's some rivets under here that are next to impossible to get out apparently. So I came somewhat prepared. I bought myself a air chisel, air hammer. So that should help. And I also got something else you're gonna need, guys, is get yourself a step bit. The holes, the locator holes for the Crown Vic is, I believe, a 3/4 inch hole. And step bit's the best way to do it. You can drive yourself absolutely crazy trying to get it done with drill bits. So, without further ado, I'm gonna start working on this right now. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and probably remove these motor mounts. I'm going to grab my impact gun and see if I can get those bolts to turn. If I can't get them to turn, I'll probably end up cutting them. I imagine a lot of this stuff will have to be cut out because, well, it's been on here for 50 some years, so you're going to have to probably do quite a bit of cutting. I'm going to shut the video off while I do this. There's probably no point in having you listen to my impact gun for however long, so I'm going to shut the video off. I'm going to go ahead and give those a crank, and then I'll turn the camera back on as soon as I get those out. It's just too big of a hassle to get turn those bolts out, so I'm just cutting them. I don't need any of this stuff. It's just a waste of time to try to spin them out. So just gonna cut them. It's way faster. So yeah, I'm gonna get those cut out, and then I'll work on dropping the suspension out of here. I haven't ordered the boxing kit yet because I wanted to just first see if I could do it. I've got my own welder and my own steel, and there's a good chance I could just make my own. So I'm going to first just see if I can before I order that big kit. Anyway, so I got those off. So now I'm going to probably remove the steering box, get that out of the way. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove this front axle assembly, or whatever you would call it, and the springs, and then I'll probably take out those spring buckets after that. I don't know what other guys have done to get these off on these I-beam, trailing beam things. Mine are so stuck on. I've been on it with an impact. I put a big snipe on it, and I'm finding it almost impossible to get that thing off. You know what? I don't know what. I'm awfully tempted just to cut them because I have no use for this anymore, but I hate to do that. I hate to cut everything. At this point though, it just seems like it will save me a lot of time. So I'll let you know what I decide to do. At this point, I'm actually leaning towards just slicing those off, just to get this thing out from here a little bit quicker. But anyways, yeah, if any of you other guys have any ideas, or if you've just reefed on it till it came out, then you can let me know. Tires right through a massive puddle of cow shit, and I have been fighting that now ever since I got into the shop. Everything smells like cow shit. I smell like cow shit. It is just everywhere. So, yeah, don't do that. Chop these buckets off of here. So, I don't know if you can see it or not with the lighting that we have here, but what we've got here is we have all these rivets that need to come out, and this is apparently one of the hardest parts of the job, is to get this centerpiece out. So what I'm gonna do is I've got my zip disc here. I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut an X or a cross. I just want to quick give you a little bit of a idea of what I actually got done here. I didn't video the whole thing because it was just, you know, it was one full day of banging on stuff with hammers and cutting and more cutting and banging on stuff with hammers and cutting. And that just gets a little boring to watch. But what I did get is all of this stuff out of the, all the old cross member stuff out of the 67 F100. So I got that all out. So much cutting, so much work. Honestly, it's a huge job. But now that that's done, you know, I'd say a very huge part of the job is actually complete. So you can get rid of all that stuff. Don't ever have to look at that again. And what we got here is, now we are right ready to prep the frame for the Crown Vic. So what I did ahead of time, I'd recommend you guys do, weld yourself a little a bar across there, just to make sure you keep the width of your frame from twisting up on you or narrowing on you. You can get all kinds of headache if you let that happen. Then I just cut all this stuff out. It all has to be smoothed out yet, which I plan to do, but you know, it took me all day to get this stuff out. So that's it. And Crown Vic is ready to go pretty much. I'm just in the process of removing these bolts. And then tomorrow I'm going to come back out and I'm going to get those tubes, those frame tubes out, and going to get this thing mocked up. And then after that I'm going to try to look into either buying a backyard customs frame box kit or make one myself. I haven't totally decided yet. I have the tools here. I could probably make one myself, so I might look into that first, and if it's just too much headache, then I'll probably end up buying one of those. I think that's about it for today. This job is very doable. Don't let, you know, scary videos or people, naysayers, tell you that's not worth it. It's really not that bad. It's just a lot of work. You just have to, you know, getting that stuff out is probably the hardest part. From there on out, it's just making sure that your measurements are precise and, you know, making sure that everything fits properly with the Crown Vic. You want to make sure that it's centered and it's not going to tow or drag one way or the other. So kind of some of those fine-tuned details come now. If you have some basic welding skills, you know how to use a grinder and a cutoff wheel, hey, I'd say you're very qualified for this job. So anyways, I'm going to head home now, go catch some supper and have a sleep, and then come back tomorrow morning and keep going on this project. All right, guys, thanks for watching.